Hey guys, I just wanted to make a few videos for week 1 of distance learning. I hope everyone is staying safe and that you're staying inside, but also going outside and staying healthy and active. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to focus on vocab mainly for this first video, but make sure to watch the other videos and check out the examples for this week's lesson. So this week's lesson is all about coordinate planes. So a coordinate plane, we have shown these before in class. So it looks kind of like this. And oftentimes they might actually extend. So you might see negative numbers. So usually you would have 4 quadrants, but we're going to focus mainly on this quadrant, which is only positive numbers. So thankfully, that's a good thing for us. So we're going to focus on vocab. So we have a bunch of different words in part 1. So we're going to use these words to label the coordinate plane. So the first word is number line, and a lot of us have heard number line before, but what does it actually mean? So we know the word number and we know the word line. So we know that there's a line and it has numbers on it. So the numbers are usually increasing, but they can also be decreasing. So in this case, our numbers are increasing. So if we look, we have 2 number lines. I'm going to abbreviate number and put the number sign. So both of these are number lines. So one is going horizontal and one is going vertical. So horizontal meaning left and right, and vertical meaning up and down. So the next word we're going to look at is coordinate plane generally. So the coordinate plane is this whole thing. So once we talk about each word, we'll come back to describe that the coordinate plane is the whole thing, all these different parts coming together. So if we look at our third word, let's change the color. So we have x-axis. So if you look at our coordinate plane, you should see an X somewhere. And if you don't see it, I'll zoom in a little. So it's right here. This means that our horizontal number line represents our x-axis, and that will come into play a little bit from now. But all we have to remember is that the X is going left and right, horizontal. So then we think our y-axis. So our y-axis, we look and we see it's right here. If I zoom up, it's right here. So our y-axis is the number line that goes up and down, which we know is vertical. So that kind of checks off the word vertical. And we can also check off the word horizontal because we know we just said it was left and right. So now we have x coordinate and y coordinate. So if we look at these numbers that we have on our coordinate plane, let me pick color pink. If I look at this number right here, it says 8, 11. So we have 2 numbers, 2 coordinates. So each number is a coordinate in our coordinate plane. So we have the number 8, and that comes first. So we have 8 across right here. And then we go up. How many do you think? We go up and we look and it's 11. So this is our x coordinate, our first number, and then our y coordinate. So how many across? It's 8. And how many up? It's 11. So that's our x coordinate and our y coordinate. Then we have the word origin. Origin, if we think about what the word actually means when we say original. Original means you were probably like the first. So when we think about the origin of our coordinate plane, it means where does everything start? So everything starts from a point we call 0, 0. So whenever we start a number line, we usually think that the first number on it is 0. We don't start at 1 because there's numbers that are less than 1. So we always start at 0. So if you look, I'm going to zoom up a little. Let me change my color as well. Make it a purple. So right here, this point is 0 across and 0 up. It's at 0, 0. So this is what we call the origin. Origin. So we always start at the origin, and then we move on our coordinate plane. So then the last word on our list is coordinate pair or ordered pair. And so we see that here, these are all coordinate pairs or ordered pairs. So how they're written is always X and then Y. So we write our X coordinate and then our Y coordinate. So that means we go across and then up in this case. So we go horizontally and then vertically. So this number right here, 5, 5, means we go across 5. So we look at our x-axis, we go across 5, and then our y-axis says go up 5. So you see here, this is 5. So this is the coordinate plane or the coordinate plot 5, 5. If we look at this one down here, we have 12 and then 0. So this means we went all the way 12 across, but then we didn't go up any. We went, our y coordinate is 0. So we stay at the 0 line. So we didn't move anything, vertically. So we have our x and our y.